everyone, welcome to By Luna's Light. I'm Amanda. I'm here to give you your last full moon reading of 2020. Just gonna wait for people to get onto the live feed. Do some Palo Santo cleansing. I know I could use some. I don't know about all of you, but all day today I've been feeling like super high strung. I think I've really been feeling the energies of the full moon. I find I get really affected by the full moon, so yeah, it's a good time to just cleanse, let all this crap go before 2021. Cleanse the space and the cards. So I'm going to be doing the full moon reading today, which will look like, I'll be doing the elements again, because I found that really worked the last time. If you guys have any suggestions that you'd like to see in the future for any full moon or new moon readings, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. Always. And I like to mix it up a little bit, so we'll change it up someday. Alright, welcome Maddie. Just getting all settled in for the full moon reading. I hope everyone has their tea ready. I've been feeling, like I said, super energized today, super strung out a little from the full moon energies, so I have my trusty tea here. One of my cousins is a herbalist, and she makes Red Raven Herbalism Euphoric Chai Tea. So if you guys are looking for some new tea, she makes such good teas. I really needed this one today because it has kava in it. I need to chill the fuck out just a little bit. Sorry for the swearing. Okay. Give it a couple more minutes for people to pop on. Tap into the energies. I'm going to be doing the elements again today, so I'm going to be starting with the fire signs. My mom's request, since she's a fire sign and she's usually the last on the list for readings. Sorry, Mom. But, you know, perks of being her daughter, she gets to be first today. And she's not even on my live yet. Tisk tisk, Mom. Watch, she'll miss it. The one time I do it first. Hope you guys are all doing well. I know this year has been quite heavy. There's a lot to get rid of before we move into 2021. I find a lot of like childhood traumas and stuff like that are really surfacing this time of year, especially, but also this year. We're all getting triggered, so it's a good time to really set some time aside for ourselves right now. I know I definitely needed it. I just had 4 days off from work for Christmas. It was wonderful. So nice. I don't think I got out of my PJs once. Like, it was just, I was a hermit all weekend, and I did not feel bad for it for 1 second. It was very nice for the soul. Sorry, I did get out of my PJs to do readings. That was about it. Wasn't about to do readings in my PJs. But give it a couple more minutes, and then I'll start with the fire signs. Now, this will probably be a long reading as usual. I'm doing all the elements, so if you need to tap out, don't even worry about it. This video will be posted again later. And I'll put all the timestamps with each sign, or with each element, sorry. I ain't doing the signs individually this time because that took like 2.5 hours. and I had like no voice after. So we're just gonna keep it simple and straightforward to the elements. I found it was still pretty insightful anyways, so it'll be a good time. But like I said, if you can't stay for the full reading, don't even worry. The video will be posted shortly after. Okay, I have my tea. Are you guys all ready? I'm gonna start with the fire signs as per my mom's request. So I'm gonna start with the Moonology deck. And I'm gonna do this spread similar to my normal spread. So we'll use the Moonology Oracle just to start off the reading. And then we will go into the Romance Angels and clarify with the Witch's Tarot. So it'll be probably around like 20 minutes for each element. So hopefully you guys are ready. Feel free to say hi if you're here watching. Give a shout out. All right. Oh, there's my mama. I see you. All right, I'm starting the fires just for you, Mom. This is for my fire signs. Angels and guides, please come forward for my fire signs. Please tell them what they need to know in regards to the full moon tonight. What do they need to release or work on? One more card, please. Cards are speaking already. Okay, bottom of the deck. Your hard work is paying off. Wonderful. So you guys are very hard workers, I find. So it doesn't matter what you guys set your mind to, you go full board. You're natural born leaders, so it doesn't surprise me. You really take on a lot of things. A lot of heavy loads from other people sometimes, especially if you're like in a management position. Sometimes even just being like that person that your friend needs to talk to. Yeah. It can become a lot, especially this time of year when you have your own stuff to deal with too. So your hard work though, whatever you have been working towards, is paying off, and that is a great sign. Ooh, I can feel the energies here already. Okay, we're going to use the Romance Angel cards. Angels and guides, please let my fire signs know what they need to know about their love life in regards to the full moon energy. Two more. One more. And on the bottom of the deck, trust. Easier said than done sometimes, but it's important. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So whatever this is pertaining to in your love life, you need to trust your instincts. You need to trust your own gut. You need to trust your partner. If there's no trust with your partner, there's really not much to build off of. So if you don't have trust in your relationship, it's time to address that for sure. But most importantly, trust in yourself that you have all the answers that you need at this time. May just require shutting off your brain a little bit, as in going in deep for like nice meditation. Go for a float. I know my mom likes to do those. I do too. At the float center in Kelowna. I don't know about anywhere else, but they are blissful. Okay. So your first card. Oh, and I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot to clarify. First card, a time for healing. What was I just saying? It's that time of year when we need to release stuff before the new year, right? So this is very much a time for healing, taking that time out. I feel like I've been telling my Sages this a lot over the past couple of weeks. But for all of us, even Leos have been having it really hard this time of year. And Aries, I can see it as well, for sure. Aries is that kind of stubborn sign, though, that, as well as Leos, you're all kind of stubborn, really. But I find you're all kind of going through your own hiccups right now. So the universe is saying, take the time out for healing. Take that time. Allow yourself to heal. Sometimes we don't stop to just take a breath. We don't allow ourselves that moment in between huge things in our lives to really process, to really feel everything. We tend to, especially fire signs, I find, tend to kind of shove it all down and pretend that it's not there so that we can deal with it, or you guys can deal with it at a later time behind closed doors where no one sees. I mean, that's all great as long as you're dealing with it, but you know, Spirit's saying now is the time. So it's good to address those as they come up. Even if you have to like go cry in a corner somewhere or scream in a pillow, you know, get it out. Just get it out. Let's clarify a time for healing. What do my fire signs? Wow, need to know for time of healing. Apparently a lot. Okay. One more card, please. Okay. All right. So no wonder you guys need a time for healing. You got a lot going on here. So we have the Star card. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid the glare. The Star card, but it's in reverse. So this is very much the hopes and dreams, wishing on a star, trying to manifest things into your life. You're kind of shut off from that energy right now. I feel like because you need this time to heal, you're not able to manifest as potently as you usually do. So you're a little cut off. That doesn't mean it's going to last forever. It's just in a delayed position. So the energy is here. It's coming forward, but you're just kind of in a delay. Now it could be that you're kind of in a time of fogginess. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So your clarity of mind is just out the window. Like you're very foggy headed right now, confused, maybe cutting yourself off from some people, cutting communication, not speaking your truth. This is kind of a card of chaos when it's upside down. And I can really feel like all of your mental energy just going like nuts in your head right now. Overthinking is another one. So yeah. And it could be, okay, so there's multiple things for this. So there could be a third-party situation that you're dealing with you or your partner. Perhaps someone from the past has come back. Perhaps your partner is really is not ready to commit, or is entertaining some other person. But when this is in the reverse, it's very much like this energy is present, but it's not as present as you may feel like it is. Perhaps they've just kind of briefly returned. Now, this could also not mean that entirely. This is going to be different for everyone because this is a collective reading. So this could also symbolize just tapping out from your family and friends, taking a break. Normally in the upright, this is a celebration card. It's community. It's getting together with people, like-minded, kindred spirits. But right now, you guys are kind of having to take that time out, especially with COVID. We're not allowed to see our friends or family, really. So this is perhaps also an issue. Maybe you're really missing that community that, you know, you go to some sort of, well, like clogging every Monday night, but you can't do that right now, or something like that. So I think this is necessary though right now. You kind of need to tap out and just do your own thing for the time being. That way you can really process what's going on, because I feel like a lot of you, like fire signs, tend to distract yourself with people and things, so you don't have to kind of feel your emotions as much. So instead you just dive headfirst into a new activity, new relationship, new anything that takes your mind off of the problem at hand. So, I mean, that's one way to deal with it, but not for a long period of time. So it's not going to suffice forever. Just giving you a heads up. That's kind of like Spirit is saying you need to address these things with immediacy. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to build up. So right now, you're probably feeling pretty vulnerable. Your strength card is in reverse. You're feeling a little vulnerable right now because you have all of this extra baggage that's on your shoulders, and perhaps you're not opening up about it. Perhaps you're not talking to people about it. Like I said, you're cutting communication right now because you just don't know how to speak your truth or talk about it. And for a lot of you, it's hard to be vulnerable. You guys are fire signs. You guys are that passionate energy that just like forges ahead all the time. You're the ones that people go to when they're scared. But what happens when you're scared and vulnerable? Well, you need that time out too. You need that person to go to. So Spirit's saying, if you need community, it's there. You just have to be willing to go and reach out. Now we have the Five of Swords coming through. It's a lot of conflict. Yeah, this could be conflict at work. This could be a confliction within yourself even, I find. So you're very conflicted, and it could be your love life. It could be about work. Anything for any of you, really. It's going to vary a lot. But this confliction is really playing in your head. That's why we have so many swords here. It's just over and over, going over in your head. And because of it, you can't move forward. You have the two of wands here, but it's in the reverse. So you're very stuck at this time. Normally you'd be forging ahead on like a new passionate path, but you can't make a decision. You can't move forward yet. So taking that time out will help you to regain your mental clarity so that you can make that decision when you need to. All right, I'm going to take the next card's advice and take a deep breath. It says, take time to breathe out. Yes. So, hey, like I was saying, tap out for a while. That's more than okay. You need that time away. But it's also saying, like, make sure you slow down too, because you guys like to go like 100 miles a minute. So make sure you're slowing down, especially this time of year. It's that shadow work time of year when you are supposed to slow down so that you can process. I know it's kind of like beating, a dead horse with a stick, trying to tell you guys this, because you guys don't want to slow down usually. But it's here. Spirit's saying, hey, time to breathe out. And perhaps for some of you, I'm getting that you need to do breath work. Perhaps there's a lot of anxiety going on right now. So there's this breath work that you can do that really takes your mind off of everything and focuses back on your breath. And it's a great sort of meditation to really just tap back into your body, because when we're too much in our head, we're out of our body almost. We're not aware of what's going on everywhere else. So Spirit's very much saying, hey, it's time to tap out of our head and into ourselves again. Then you will notice where you need to go with your next step. Let's clarify. Take time to breathe out. Four more cards, please. Two more cards. And one more card. Said one. So if you're just tuning in, this is for my fire signs. And the live video will be available after. I'll be going backwards today. Fire, water, air, and then earth. Okay, so take time to breathe out. Well, you guys are juggling a lot right now, it's showing. So there's something that's kind of pulling your energy in two places. This could be a relationship and work. This could be two different jobs, perhaps two different people. Maybe you're in between a major fight right now. Or it could be two life paths. Perhaps you don't know which path to take. Maybe you're deciding between two jobs. Either way, you're juggling a lot, and it's kind of starting to weigh on you. It's really starting to weigh on your mind. And Spirit's showing, okay, so we have the Hierophant here, or the High Priest in this deck. And the High Priest is all about life lessons, higher commitment to learning life lessons. There's something major that you need to learn right now, and that's why they're saying take that time to process, to breathe out, because there's a lesson that's coming forward that you're almost missing or refusing to see right now. And there's a lot of karma coming. There's a karmic situation. So perhaps you guys are in a karmic relationship where you're learning all the lessons. Well, this is Spirit's way of saying, it's time to complete that. It's time to come to terms with this karma and address it so that it doesn't keep repeating over and over. Because some of you might be stuck in cycles, just this continuous cycle. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to walk away from like a person or a job. It's simply learning the lesson at hand and addressing it and moving forward. And you can move forward with people or jobs, while still addressing that issue. For some of you do need to leave completely, but that's completely up to you. So we'll move on from that. But we do have the Ace of Wands. So until you address this karma, your new passionate beginnings are kind of on a standstill here. You can't necessarily move completely forward on your path until you address this. It's really holding you back. Bring them on camera. What are you talking about, Brianna? Sorry, I just saw your comment. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes. So if you're having trouble seeing or anything, just let me know. Anyways, so this is your forward movement that you're supposed to be taking, and you can see it's a transition in life. There's the butterfly there. But again, it's delayed because you first need to go through this karma. You need to deal with whatever lesson there is coming forward. And the reason I said it was probably to do with the relationship is because here's the Two of Cups. So I feel like a lot of you, like I said, are in a karmic relationship. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to end. There's hand fasting here. You guys are in the upright. That's a good sign. You guys, can make this work. It just takes some extra effort with karmic relationships. It takes learning that lesson and leaving it behind. So no longer bringing grudges forward with you. If you had a fight, you learn the lesson, you discuss it, and you move on. Let it go. Don't keep bringing it back up, because then you're just repeating this cycle. No one wants to live on repeat. This isn't Groundhog Day, right? We don't want that. And if you are going to live like that, why not make it the best damn day of your life, not a fight? So, relationship can move forward. And here it is. Once you confront whatever this is, if it's a relationship or some sort of relationship, it could even just be like a friendship of some sort that you're really close to. You have the King of Wands, or Knight of Wands, sorry, here, which is a very fast-paced energy. There's a message coming through, very passionate, fiery message coming through to bring you forward on your path. So there's your kind of reward. Things are happening quickly once you take that time to address the karma. Hey, Leslie! Oh my goodness, the whole fam-damly's on here. Got my two cousins, and hey guys, I have Jamie's tea with me as well. I'm doing fire signs right now, but Leslie, we're doing water sign next. So stay tuned. It's about like 20 minutes per sign. Brianna, you're going to be last as Earth this time because my mom wanted to be fire. She wanted to be first. She's always last. Okay, your last card here for the Oracle, fire signs. Your commitment is being tested. Maybe that's the lesson you're learning here. And that word, commitment, you know, some people get really afraid of that word, especially fire signs. Some of you I know are very testy when it comes to the word commitment, because it's hard to kind of like nail you down. It's hard to kind of harness the passion that, you know, flows through you guys. So it can be difficult for some of you to fully commit to a relationship because you do like your freedom. But this is very much Spirit saying your commitment is being tested. Which tea? Leslie, this is euphoric chai. I needed the kava kava in it. I've been buzzing all day from this full moon, so I needed some time out. This reading is just making me buzz even more, but that's okay. All right, let's clarify your commitment is being tested. One more card. Okay, so bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So this card is very much about putting in the hard work, like really putting in the work so that you can see the rewards of what you're working toward. This, I feel, is like in regards to your relationship. And here we go. So we have the Chariot. This is Cancerian energy. It's also in the reverse. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, or this is your energy right now. You guys are not moving forward at this time. You are very much kind of stuck. And they're showing that the reason you're kind of stuck is you're feeling a little unstable in your relationship right now. Maybe ungrounded, unstable. This could pertain to this relationship I was talking about earlier, or this could be even the relationship with yourself sometimes. Feeling almost disassociated from yourself, especially if you're trying to deny all this work that you kind of have to come to terms with, this karma, all of that kind of stuff. But the Page of Pentacles usually is an offering coming forward of stability. It's just in reverse. So, you know, the potential is there. You just have to work through some stuff first. And we have the Death card in reverse. So you're kind of avoiding an ending of some sort. It's kind of like sticking your head in the sand and saying, oh, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. Just being a bunch of ostriches. I like to use that analogy a lot. But here's the Death card. Something needs to come to an end before you can have a new beginning, or before you can move forward. And like I said, I really feel like it's this karma that you have to deal with within the relationship. There's something that is holding you two back, and it's going to be different for every relationship. Now, here is the King of Pentacles in reverse. You guys have a lot of reverse cards. I'm sorry, that's not my doing. That's very much Spirit saying, hey, you're kind of upside down right now. So we're just letting you know so you can right yourselves up again. The King of Pentacles. So this is very much an earth energy. This could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Gemini, or sorry, Taurus. I don't know why I said Gemini. Maybe this is pertaining to a Gemini without me even knowing. But this card here is usually very stable and steadfast, very, you know, very comfortable with where they're at, very entrepreneurial, can make things happen, very independent in their resources. But you're in the reverse. If this is your energy or your partner's, very much in the reverse. So feeling a little, I almost want to say codependent, not so independent. You're feeling a little codependent with your partner, perhaps. You know, you don't necessarily know how to do things on your own anymore, which is a big thing for you fire signs, because you guys are pretty much like I said, the leaders. You guys take life by the balls and you always go forward. But, you know, you're kind of used to being in this partnership now. So I feel like this unstableness is kind of affecting you. Now, this could also be your partner, because I do have your sign coming up. Here's the Queen of Wands, that passionate, fiery energy. This is the epitome of you guys. Forging ahead, taking no, like not taking no for an answer. You're just like, you're going forward in life. You go after what you want and there's no stopping you. This is the energy that you are normally in. Perhaps you guys are feeling like this right now, or this is your partner. But either way, there is a bit of a heartbreak here. And it could be like you're kind of feeling disconnected from yourself right now even. Or it could be, you know, there's kind of a disconnect between these two people. It's going to be different for all of you. But for some of you, it very much is your earth sign and like your partner and you guys. And there's a heartbreak going on here. So perhaps that's also the healing that needs to be done right now. Okay. But I mean, that doesn't mean that it's forever. You can work things out. You can talk things out. You just might need this time right now to kind of tap out of that and tap into yourselves. So your romance angel cards, you have attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. That's Spirit's way of saying live in the moment, live presently. Let's leave the past behind. The future, don't worry about it. It's not here yet. Just simply live in the moment, because you really, when you do that, you bring a lot more happiness to yourself. You're not stressing yourself out about things. You're not anxious about things. You're just being you. And in that moment, you are able to shine your light. And that is what attracts all the beautiful things into your life, is allowing yourself to shine and share that joy. Now, they're saying express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Perhaps you're kind of shutting yourself out from your loved one right now, you know? Yeah, it's good to tap out and take that time for yourself, but don't do so without talking to your partner. You know, if you just all of a sudden cut them off with, like, just ghost them, they're going to be like, well, what the hell, where did my fire sign go? What did I do? And that's just not going to solve anything. That's going to create more issues. So they're really saying, hey, express your love. Perhaps you're not showing enough of your heart. You're afraid to open up. And that kind of makes sense, because it's saying it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That would be love. It is safe for you to love. Maybe some of you even could benefit from doing like a heart opening meditation, just to get the energy flowing, because, you know, it is hard to open up right now, especially when there's just so much heaviness around you and everyone else in the world. You know, people are very vulnerable right now. So I understand where that defense mechanism comes in, but it's starting to affect your relationships, I feel. So time to do the work and love yourself first, and then forge ahead whenever you feel you're ready. All right, fire signs, that is it for you. I am glad to hear, Mama. I'm glad to hear this is resonating for you. Yeah, so next is my water signs. Leslie, you're up. All right. Man, now all I'm missing is an air sign for our family. Can you call a friend? Call one of our family members? Okay. So, this is for the water signs. What do my Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces need to know in regards to the full moon, which is happening in apparently 4 minutes. Apparently it's at 7:32, so we're pretty bang on here. All right. Angels and guides, please guide my water signs into what they need to know for the full moon. And the cards have spoken. Ooh, we got 4. Interesting. Okay. that is the Moonology for those who haven't seen yet. Moonology Oracle to open the reading. I am also going to use the Romance Angels, Leslie, Romance Angel cards to clarify our love lives here. Okay, angels and guides, what do my Cancerians, Scorpios, and Pisces need to know in regards to their love life for the full moon? 3 cards, please. 2 more. Holy moly. Oh, sorry guys, I totally forgot to, bottom of the deck, it's time to take action for my water signs. It says, new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. Whatever that pertains to for you. Could be that you're forging ahead on a new path, like a new creative endeavor. It could be a new job, something that's been really, really on your mind that you've been wanting to entertain. Yeah, or perhaps it's, you know, gaining the energy to tell someone how you feel. Could mean anything for you guys. We'll clarify the rest of these in a minute though. And on the bottom of the deck here, pay attention to the red flags. Oh, we love those red flags, don't we, Leslie? We got enough of them sometimes. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, well, every sign is a lesson, is it not? Tea break. Okay. And I am using the Witch's Tarot to clarify the oracle on the table. So the very first card that we have is Hold Your Vision. Hold your vision. And it's really interesting to see, like, half and half right here. It's almost bang on half of the moon. So I really feel like what Spirit's trying to say is, like, we've started something, we've started a new endeavor, say like I'm doing with my tarot readings on live, on videos. We've started something that's really passionate and driving us forward in life, giving us some sort of outlet, and Spirit is saying, like, hold on to that momentum right now, hold on to that passion, see it through, do not stop for anything, because we're on the right path for that. So we're going to clarify Hold Your Vision. Holy moly. One more card. Okay. So we have the 6 of Wands. Now in the upright, this is the Victory card, but we're in a delay right now. So that's not a surprise. I feel like we're not at the end yet. We aren't reaching the end anytime soon. We're still very much in the thick of whatever we're trying to build forward on. Hi, Rob. So here is, oh, hey, there's our heir. There's the heir from our family. Sorry, this is gonna be such a weird video to replay later. All my family's here. Okay, so here we're on water, Rob. Heir will be next. So here is the Victory card in reverse. So we're just delayed right now because we're very much building momentum on our whatever it is that we're forging ahead with. Now, Spirit is showing the Justice card, so it's going to be like a win-win situation. It's very much tipping in our favor. Whatever this is pertaining to, whatever passion. I'm not quite seeing a relationship here. This could just be some sort of passionate endeavor right now, something new that you began. But it's very much faded. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, it's in reverse, but that's just a delay. It's like you put in this work and effort into this thing and you're gonna reap the benefits of it. The Wheel of Fortune is very much that lucrative abundance, something that is divinely orchestrated is coming towards us. It's just going to take a little bit of time and effort. And they're saying, like, whatever this is bringing us a lot of mental clarity. It's become kind of like an outlet for us to speak our truth, for us to share our insights with the world. Something that really, it's very intellectually based as well. Like, you can connect with people through it. So it's really helping a global connection in some sort of way, be it one-on-one with people or, you know, on a much grander scale. But it's building connection. And because of that, like, we're seeing a lot of things more clearly in our life too. It's helping us see our path more clearly. Now, yes, we have clarity, but we also have choices. So there might be multiple avenues with this, whatever it pertains to. There might be multiple avenues. This could also pertain to confusion. Perhaps you're trying to do too much at once. You're trying to juggle too many things. So maybe this is Spirit's way of saying, okay, well, just like focus on that one thing. Don't try to do too many things at once, because you're going to have scattered energy that's really just going to slow you down. Spirit is very much like, okay, so it's great to do a lot of things well, but why not take the time to do one thing great and then focus on something next, so that you can kind of master what you're doing in a sense. That way you get the full fulfillment out of it, and you get the full emotional fulfillment out of it. So this is very much our sign, water signs. This is the Queen of Cups coming through, and it's really, whatever this is pertaining to in your life is emotionally fulfilling. It is an aspect that we need, especially as water signs. It balances our emotions out. It might be even, maybe it's something that gets your aggression out or balances your emotions in that way. Maybe it's like physical activity where you need to just like punch the shit out of something. Who knows? Yeah, Leslie, I'm thinking about you with your boxing. But, you know, it could even just being able to speak our emotions, our truth, whatever it is, you're harnessing an emotional aspect investment as well. And it's really helping to balance out our mind. Like, it's helping to balance out our mind and emotions, which for water signs is so difficult. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp, so the battle between my mind and my heart is unreal at times. And, you know, whatever these aspects are for you, this new path is really helping to balance this out, which is amazing. We all could use some of that. Now, our next card, tea break. Our next card is Luck is on Your Side. New moon in Sagittarius. So we have that passion behind us. We have that drive. We are forging ahead on this path. And like, I almost feel like this arrow is like a bullseye. Like, we're bang on with this. We have all the luck behind us. And it doesn't surprise me, because we do have that Wheel of Fortune, right? This is something that we're meant to be doing. Something, especially right now, we are meant to be doing this on our path. And it's bringing in all the great things. Okay, clear. Wow, I don't even have to ask. Clarify, luck is on your side. Oh, Leslie. Oops. Okay, the cards are just being testy right now. Clarify, luck on your side. Two more cards. Wow, okay. So, luck is on our side. So, Page of Swords is coming out. Now, Page of Swords is a messenger coming through. It's usually the beginning of something. Usually this message can come through like text or phone. Something urgently, usually, coming through. But it's very much in reverse right now. So we're kind of we're not quite ready to receive a message about something. And that doesn't mean it's not coming in. Maybe we're just waiting for clarification from something or someone to really dive in deep into this creative avenue. It could be that we're just kind of in a delay with how we're perceiving things too. It could be like I'm almost feeling like at times we're our worst enemies in this, because they're saying luck is on our side, but you know, we're really in our heads about it still. So this could be like that emotional side we really need to balance, emotional and mind, because right now we're all up in our heads and we're kind of feeling like we can't do something. So like maybe this is a little too much to tackle right now. But, you know, this person, yes, she's bound, she's blindfolded, and she's in this horrendous ring of swords, but she has the capability of walking through those swords. She just doesn't realize it yet because she's turning a blind eye to it. So Spirit is very much saying, like, you have all the ability to move forward. You just have to trust yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. And they're telling us to embody the Emperor energy. So this is the divine masculine. This is the Emperor. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us. Sometimes, you know, they go out of balance, right? But the Emperor is very, very confident in himself, very steadfast, very entrepreneurial. He is on his throne for a reason. He's built this entire kingdom, so to speak, and because of it, he's put in so much work and effort. He gets to sit back and admire this beautiful family that he has, all of this wealth and stability that he has, and you know, because he put in that effort, he believed that he could do it. He didn't listen to anyone saying that he couldn't do these things. So they're telling us to embody, us water signs, to embody this energy of the Emperor. And for good reason, because now we have the Sun card coming through. The most positive card in the deck, sorry. This is all abundance. This is positivity. This is joy. We have this behind us, and we have this coming forward for us. We just have to trust in ourselves. Now we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So, you know, perhaps we're not necessarily ready to receive it. You know, it's one thing to move forward and try in something, but it's another to believe that you can do it and to believe that you're worthy of this. I know it's hard because we're so used to giving to other people. It's time for us to receive. Yes, it is time for us water signs to receive. And we're manifesting. We are manifesting like crazy. We have all the tools in our toolkit. We are moving forward. And we're kind of unstoppable at this point, for good reason too. We're bettering the world with whatever we are doing, because we always do things wholeheartedly. We put everything we have into it. And so this magician here is saying, get out there, manifest everything that you need in your life to make this happen, because you're making a difference in the world. Whew, it's intense energy, isn't it? Okay. So now we have two more together. We have the energy is gaining momentum. So hey, we have the magician, we have the Sun card, we're in the Emperor energy, and there's nothing stopping us. We are moving forward. And they just wanted to throw in there, you and your loved ones are safe. So in case you were worried, you know, your loved ones are going to be fine as well. So we have new moon in Cancer and the waxing moon. Your loved ones, I know they rely so much on like water signs to always be there for them. We're kind of like, you know, that best friend that is always by someone's side, always there to lend our heart out to someone because they are going through a hard time. Well, you know, your loved ones are going to be okay if you tap out for a while and do you. That's what I'm getting, you know? Yes. So we're going to clarify the energy is gaining momentum and you and your loved ones are safe. Spirit, please clarify. Thank you. 3 more cards. And 1 more card. Interesting. Okay, bottom of the deck is King of Cups. Well, look, there we are. There is our energy, very much so. And we're embodying that masculine energy. Energy is not gender specific. I'm just going to say this can pertain to any of us, and especially when we have both gender energy within us. We have the divine masculine and feminine within us, like I said before. But this is very much showing, hey, we are emotionally stable. We are doing great in our emotions right now, which is kind of funny for the darker half of the year. This is usually when a lot of shit hits the fan, let's just be honest. And you know what? This time last year I was an emotional wreck. I'll be the first to say it. But this year we're doing a lot better, I feel. So good for us. Okay, so I have 2 conflicting energies here. A little. So I have the 2 of Wands. Normally that's forging ahead. It's usually like a choice needs to be made between 2 paths, but with it in reverse, Spirit is very much saying your choice is done. You have made up your mind. You are moving forward with one avenue. Like I said before, instead of trying to juggle all these different things, choose one and master it. So Spirit is showing, okay, we're choosing it. We're moving forward. And here's the Chariot card. We are moving forward. We're not stuck. We are moving forward, and we are very much in control of our lives again. This is like we have those horses by the reins. We are directing our flow, and we're doing it with such ease because this is the Cancerian card as well. So it's a water sign card. We are doing it with ease now. Now it could be that, okay, so we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. It could be that at one point we were dealing with someone who was a little selfish in the past, perhaps even if it's, I want to say in a partnership, only because I have the Ace of Cups in reverse here. But it could be if that's your counterpart, maybe they're not quite understanding why you're taking that time out to do you right now. It could be that they're so used to you being there for them all the time that they're like, well, why are they not coming forward for me anymore? Well, we got stuff to do too, right? They're gonna have to deal with that. Have that conversation and say, my path is just as important as our path, and just as their path is just as important as our path as well. So have that conversation, because with this in the reverse, Spirit's saying, you know, communication is kind of cut right now too. It's not completely, but just it's not working in your favor very well. You could be also cutting that person out right now, who knows, but I don't see it being a very long-term thing. But we do have the Star card here coming forward, so this is very much like a wish upon a star. This is the Hope card. There we have hope again. We have hope moving forward in a new beginning that is taking its time. So we do have that new beginning leap of faith card here, but it's in the reverse. So, you know, even though we're at a bit of a standstill a little bit, like we are moving forward, maybe not at the pace that we want to, because they're saying the energy is gaining momentum. So whatever this passionate path is that we're working on, you know, it has its moments of lulls, and that's when, you know, we tend to get in our head a bit about it and be like, well, why is it stopping? It's not. We have the wish card, the hopes card, and we do have the new beginning card, and like leap of faith. It's just taking its time. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this could be a delay of a new relationship. This could be a delay in a emotionally fulfilling avenue even. So perhaps, you know, you're diving fully into something that is very passionate and creative and is really building momentum on the like creative avenue aspect of it, but the emotional fulfillment hasn't quite come in yet. That will be coming in. Or perhaps, you know, your relationship is really taking a toll while you do this, And so it's like, okay, well, let's just kind of tap out from each other for a little bit while I fill my own cup, and then return to the situation, return to the relationship, or just promise me you won't do the whole Ross and Rachel, we were on a break thing, because we all know how that ended. Okay, so next is our romance angel cards. True love. True love is here. This is the romance of a lifetime. Now, this can be with a partner, of course. This could even be self-love. But regardless, they're saying, hey, the feelings are real, so honor them. You could be starting a new relationship, or this could be a long-lasting one. This could be, even if you're entertaining the aspect, or the entertaining the idea of someone new. They're saying this is a good path to be following. This is a good one to take. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not going to be, what was that bottom card? Red flags. There's red flags in every situation, every relationship. It's how you address those red flags that truly mean something. So, deception is here. Now, don't freak out. They're not like completely deceiving you. Maybe for some, I'm not sure. That's something you need to figure out. But they're saying someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, that could pertain to multiple things. That could be that this card, if you take it literally, that this person is kind of doing a third-party situation. They're, telling you one thing and then having others behind the scenes. For some of you, it could very well be that. It could be that they're talking to an ex in the background, or, and they don't want you knowing about it. It could be so many different things, but it could also be that this person is, or yourself even, are not honoring your true emotions towards someone. So that could be even denying your true feelings for someone, saying, no, I don't love them, or I don't fully want to be in this relationship, when truly you do. That could be you putting up a front, or them putting up a front saying, this doesn't affect me. This doesn't affect me as deeply as I'm letting on. But, or, so when it does. So if ever you're in like a fight, if for some reason you're masking how much it's hurting you, well, that is deception as well. That's you not honoring your truth and how you're feeling. So make sure that you're not the one wearing the false self mask, and pay attention to the red flags that this person isn't either. And it could be that maybe retreat. Maybe this is a time for a time out from each other. Now, it could be that you both need to disconnect together. Maybe it's saying it's time to disconnect from the world. Maybe you have too many other people in your ear about your relationship, and that causes a lot of drama and confusion. Or perhaps it's you guys just need time together away, so to reconnect, to build that, yes, Rob, to build that trust again. Or it could be that you guys need to tap out from each other and just do you for like a couple days. Take that time, like retreat and do the work inside. Get your clarity of mind going. Talk to your heart, see what's going on, and then come back and talk about it. Either way, you do need some time to breathe and to think and to feel, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, my water signs, that is it for your full moon reading today. I hope some of that resonated for you. We are going to be moving on now to my air signs. Rob, you're up. If you're still here. All right. Tea break, everyone. I think that's Auntie Donna there too. Hi, Auntie Donna, if that's you. I think that is. I see like little things in the side there showing me who's all there. It's a family affair. So I have Red Raven Herbalism euphoric tea, or euphoric chai tea, sorry, that I'm sipping on right now, and it is so yummy. I highly recommend. Jamie's teas are amazing. Okay. This is for my air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So, I'm going to be using, if you're just tuning in or haven't seen yet, the Moonology cards, the Oracle cards to open up the reading. All right. Angels and guides, please guide my air signs into what they need to know for the full moon. Man, these cards are talking right away. One more card for my Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. There it is. Okay, well, you just got a whole whack load of cards right there. So the bottom, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Wonderful. We need that, right? That is always the breath of fresh air that everyone needs. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is very much the energy of hard work. Which doesn't surprise me if it's saying tough cycle. You guys have been working through a lot recently. And yes, it is about to come to a close, thankfully. Time to move forward. Let that energy go. And really benefit from the hard work that you have been doing. You know, I know it's not easy to go through a lot of difficult situations, but they're coming through for a reason. They're lessons that need to be learned. So I always see them as opportunities to move forward. Doesn't make it easy in the moment for sure, but it makes it easier to handle with that mindset. Next is the Romance Angel cards to clarify sorry, still in water sign. Clarify the air signs' love lives right now. What do they need to know for the full moon? Two more cards, please. Hi, Crystal. I'm just on my air signs. Okay. Bottom of the deck is this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So there we go. Is that Mike? If that's my brother, that's a little weird. It is Mike. Holy. Welcome, Mike. You might not have meant to come to this channel, but here I am. It's air sign time. You're an air sign. Let's listen to what Gemini needs to know. All right. So now I'm using the Witch's Tarot to clarify the oracles on the table here, which we have a lot of oracles to go through, so bear with me. Okay, first card up, work through your fears. Yeah. New moon in Scorpio, that shadow time, right? Yes, working through your fears. That can be a lot, especially with Scorpio. It can bring back a lot of childhood trauma, past relationship issues, insecurities within ourselves. A lot of times this time of year really brings forward where our breaks are, so to speak, from past circumstances and even ancestral healing that needs to be done. So we're going to be diving in deep, work through your fears. Perhaps this is also a time when you're really second guessing your own abilities. Something is weighing heavily on your mind, air signs, and we are going to figure it out. Let's clarify, work through your fears. Okay, 3 more. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it just makes a little too much sense to me sometimes. 3 more. 2 more cards. Okay. So first card that comes up for Work Through Your Fears is the Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands is in reverse. Two of Wands in the upright is speaking about a choice that needs to be made. Now you can see there's two wands here. That's forging ahead on your path. There's this passionate path that you're on. It could be work, it could be a relationship, either something new that you're just beginning. But in the upright, it's very much speaking about choosing which way you're going to go. By Leslie. In the reverse, it's speaking of you've decided which way you're going to take. You've decided which path you're going to forge forward with. And I feel like once you guys set your mind to something, like, there's just no going back. You're just going to do it. You're not going to give up on something, because that also plays into your ego a little bit. You guys are air signs. You're all about the mind. You don't just give up. There's no way. So here is the High Priest, or the Hierophant. This is very much life lessons. So there's a need to learn something here. There's something coming forward that I feel it just kind of keeps like kicking you in the butt, so to speak. Like perhaps you're repeating cycles. Perhaps you're getting dreams about it, or signs coming through like crazy, or just bluntly in your face, someone's telling you this is an issue. This is coming forward for a reason. There's a higher commitment involved here to work through something so that you can kind of leave it behind. It's kind of like a karma card coming through. Now, we're getting a fiery person coming in. So this is the King of Wands. You could be dealing with, like, this could be in your relationship. This could be your partner, either Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries coming forward. Very passionate person. Either that, or this could be you. A very passionate, move forward. You're going to achieve at all costs kind of person. Like I said, once they set their mind to something, it's getting done. There's no stopping them. No one's getting in between. So this energy is very much coming forward. There's a lesson to be learned here, either with this person in your life, if this is the fire sign coming forward, or about this aspect of yourself. Perhaps if it's not to do with your love life, perhaps they're saying, okay, this energy is wonderful, but perhaps the lesson that needs to be learned is you don't need to walk over people to get to what you want. You don't need to be that passionate where you're bringing other people down while you get ahead. So be mindful of that. You can get everything done without stepping all over people. Now, here is the Knight of Pentacles coming forward. So there's a message coming forward. A very stable person, either like a earth sign of some sort. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Or this could be a job opportunity coming forward. Perhaps you're now feeling a lot more stable. You're more like, perhaps a promotion is on the horizon, or a different job. It could be that you're also making your mind up about which way you want to go in regards to your career. And this is a very slow moving energy though. So if you're wanting to change careers, it could, it's coming, but it's going to take a little bit longer than you may have thought. It's going to need to build some momentum first. But it's coming. I guarantee you that, because you have the Ace of Pentacles here. A new beginning. This is a new beginning in finances. Maybe you're finally getting your finances in order. Maybe you're working hard towards paying off some bills or paying off some debt. Maybe you're finally accumulating something to further your future, or a more stable future of some sort. Perhaps buying a new house, or, you know, paying off something that has just been weighing you down. Either way, you're getting a financial windfall here in the beginning stages of this. So that's a good sign. And an even better sign that you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, it's in reverse, but don't panic. It is coming towards you. This is like reaping all the benefits, almost entirely, of something that you've worked really hard for. So yes, it's not quite the Ten of Pentacles, but that just means that you're not peaking, you're not at the end of it. You're going to very much be drawing in all of the rewards from this hard-working energy that you've been putting in, but it's going to maintain itself. So it's not just going to be like a hit it and quit it kind of energy. It's going to build itself. And that could be also an investment of some sort. Either way, you guys are finding a lot of stability here in your life. Okay. Your next card. Don't let pride get in your way. So we have full moon in Leo. Leo is all about pride. Being a little too stubborn at times. I live with a Leo, so I can say that. But yes, very much a prideful and courageous energy. So they're saying don't let it get in your way, though. It can be a downfall sometimes if you're a little too proud to admit when it's time to tap out or when it's time to withdraw from a situation, or if you're going a little too far and above with something when really you need to let it just kind of remain. That could be your job. That could be even if you're in a fight with your partner right now. Don't let your pride get in the way of a beautiful relationship of some sort. It could pertain to anything for you guys. So just take that as it resonates for you. So we're going to clarify, don't let pride get in your way for my air signs. 3 more cards. Okay, what was I just saying? So, we have the Death card. So there is an ending coming forward. But it's not just an ending, it's an ending for a rebirth, for a new beginning. So it's not just we're going to cut this out. Something needs to come to a close here. Something needs to be done with. And the Lover's card is in reverse. So it could be that, like I just was saying, you're in a fight with your significant other. And, you know, they were saying, don't let pride get in your way. Don't let it become the ending. Perhaps you guys need to let your ego die in a sense. Not fully, but like don't let it get the best of you. Don't let it take over your life, you know? So perhaps there's like circular fighting that's going on between you two. Always something repeating itself that needs to just come to an end. Some cycle needs to come to an end so that, you know, you guys can come back, if you want, come back together. That's going to be different for all of you. It could be that you guys do need to take time out or end completely. It's going to be different for everyone. But this is also the Choice card. So this isn't just the Lovers. The Lovers was also known as the Choice card. So they're saying, you know, you've made up your mind. You've made up your choice. You've made up your mind on what's going to end and what you're going to move forward with. And that's the Page of Wands energy. So there's something beginning here, something new and passionate that you're forging ahead with. And it could be like, it's a very faster kind of energy because it's a fire sign. So there could be some sort of good news coming your way. And I want to say in regards to work even, or something that you've been working really hard towards, because you have the 8 of Pentacles. This is like a mastering something, either going back to school or mastering some sort of like apprenticeship that you might have, mastering your relationship in a sense, like letting go of the things that no longer serve you, stop fighting over the same stuff, you know, just really putting in all that time and effort to master something that means a lot in your life. Yes. And they're also showing that, you know, here's the 4 of Swords in reverse. So this is not a time for inaction. This is not a time to not fight for something. This is the time to step up and speak your truth, because there's, you know, that's the sword energy here. Truth needs to be spoken, and You can't just like sit back and wait for things to happen or wait for things to fix themselves, so to speak. Because they are showing me, like, here's the Five of Wands. There's a conflict in the past that keeps repeating itself. Some sort of conflict keeps coming up. And this could be a conflict within your workplace or in your relationship. Something keeps coming up. And it's kind of preventing you from reaching this Ten of Pentacles where, you know, you have full stability and structure with this person. There is the potential for that. You guys have built a lot together. You have, even in your job, you have built a lot and put a lot of energy into this job. So do not let your pride get in the way of attaining this Ten of Pentacles completely. It's coming in. You just need to let go of these cycles, let go of these fights, and speak your truth about it with immediacy, rather than sitting back and letting things just kind of play out. There is a time and place for things to let things flow naturally. Other times you do need to take initiative, and Spirit is very much saying take initiative right now. You don't want to sit back and be like, well, shoot, I should have done something. You don't want to do that. Sorry, T10. Okay, so we have 4 cards here, which is like unheard of, but they're all together. And they're saying the energy is gaining momentum. So whatever you are working towards is building momentum. You are working hard for this stability. You're working hard for stability in your home life, in your work life, and it's starting to build momentum. You are working hard towards sustaining something in your life, whether that's your finances or your relationship. Now that's saying show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So perhaps some sort of mask needs to come off. Perhaps your Spirit's very much saying you're wearing a mask in the sense that, like, how do I want to say this? You're not revealing your fear, like how scared you are of something. So that fear that came up forward, saying like work through your fears. You're not letting on that something is really worrying you or that something is weighing on your mind. You're kind of wearing this mask where you're just pretending everything's okay. And I mean, that doesn't necessarily need to happen. You should be able to let people into your life and see this part of you. It's about being vulnerable. And our loved ones are there to have our backs while we're being vulnerable. Now, saying don't let your past hold you back. Could be past hurts, past like childhood trauma or relationship trauma. You know, we all bring it forward, unfortunately. We all have it, and we all bring it forward into our relationships, unfortunately, to release onto each other when we kind of touch each other's buttons, so to speak. But they're saying don't let your past hold you back. So perhaps something in your past is really holding you back from building up this momentum in your life. Maybe something is holding you back from gaining that stability that you so desperately want, but maybe you don't believe that you truly deserve it, or that you're truly deserving of it, like, or that you can do it. Perhaps you might not even be believing in yourself. Or if it's in regard to a relationship, maybe, you know, you're all in, but you feel like, well, maybe I'm not lovable, so to speak. Maybe I'm not what they want. Well, whatever past conditioning is coming through, you need to address it, because that fear is really holding you back from your highest potential in life. And I mean, you're working so hard. It says your hard work is paying off. Well, you're working so hard. So don't let all of this work go for nothing because your fears are getting the best of you. You have everything you possibly need to move forward on this path. And that's wonderful. You just need that reminder. Spirit's here to remind you, you have it. You have everything you need to move forward. And you've got this. You just got to trust yourself. Okay, So now the romance angel cards that we got for my air signs. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You got passion. Well, I don't see you guys lacking in that whatsoever, because you are passionately fighting for a lot of things here. You have a lot of passion behind this person, this relationship, even this job that you might be tapping into here, this energy. You have a lot of hard work and dedication that you're putting into both the romance and work. So of course you have passion. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Otherwise you're just kind of doing it out of obligation, and no one wants to do that. That's not how you live your life. So allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And know that you are worthy of that too. You are worthy of that passion and your heart singing with joy. So embrace it. Now we do have codependency coming forward. So addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now this could pertain to an actual codependency relationship where you and your partner are a little too comfortable doing everything together. That happens in every relationship. Just gonna say that right now, especially in the beginning, and toward, like, if you've been together for a long time, it's just natural to, it's like having your best friend beside you the entire time. It's only natural to get codependent with each other. But being aware of, like, the little things that, hey, you are also an individual still. You are very much, you have your own set of goals and aspirations and life that you can do on your own still. You can still have your own time. You don't need to be with your partner every waking second and then sleep beside them at night too. You don't need that. It's great to do things together. Don't get me wrong, but you shouldn't lose yourself in the process. And when it starts to interfere with how you're living your life, if you're living your life almost in fear of being alone, that is when this becomes an issue. And so that's when the codependency comes through, right? Because now Spirit is saying, you're not learning your lessons like you should be. We have lessons to learn with each other, and we have them to learn on our own. So you're kind of putting your own lessons onto the back burner, which is kind of the most inspiring and the most challenging changes and aspects. And, like, it's harder to do things on your own. That's basically it. So you're learning and growing much more on your own than you are in a partnership. Doesn't mean you're not learning at all in a partnership. I'm just saying it's a lot more on your own. So a lot of times when you come into a couple, a lot of people tend to automatically connect and stay together and forget about what they're supposed to learn on their own as well, almost as a defense mechanism sometimes. So, this is just real talk, this is just real talk. It happens. Everyone goes through this, and this is going to resonate differently for all of you, but there is some aspect where you're being a little codependent or someone else is being codependent on you. And that's all that Spirit's saying. There are lessons to be learned here, and, it doesn't hurt to go out and do things on your own every now and then. It's actually quite fun, too. And then they're saying, for your last card, air signs, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Keep an open mind about your relationship. So even if you're going through some struggles, or, maybe they're pulling away because they want some time on their own, well, keep an open mind. Don't think that they don't love you anymore or they don't want to be with you. That's not the case whatsoever. It's just keep an open mind about it. Keep a more positive outlook about it, because it's just that, sometimes people need time on their own. And, if you're dealing with someone who's very different from you, embrace the differences. So yeah, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's totally fine. That means that there's a new lesson to learn with someone completely brand new or completely different from you. And usually when two different people come together, you're going to learn some pretty cool things. Things that you're never going to learn on your own because you're very different from each other. So it's a very good opportunity to embrace that. Okay, my air signs. That is it for your full moon reading. You have some positive aspects there. You have some some things to work on too, like we all do. So don't get discouraged. You are forging ahead. You're working through your fears. You guys are resilient. You guys are doing great. Okay, tea time, and then we're moving on to my earth signs. I don't know if Brianna's still here or not. My dear cousin. Your earth sign is coming up, Brianna. Okay. So we're starting with Moonology. This is the last of the elements, and for those who are just tapping into this live, I started with fire, worked my way into water, just finished air, and now I'm on earth. And if you missed your element, you can... Oh, hi Antoinette! As I was just saying, you can check in with the water signs or ones that you've missed in the replay of this live. It'll be posted as soon as I'm done. I think it just takes like a couple minutes to process after. But I will also provide all the timestamps with it, so you won't have to watch the entire thing. Okay. I don't know why my music just stopped.